The following contest is a HOSS tournament first round match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is sponsored by Chris Davies.
Young Tom, and bro.
Introducing first from the 845, weighing 220 pounds. He is the Clout Cutter, the 2-hour Iron Man, and the East Coast Ace, Jordan Oliver.
What is that? Hear me spit, hear my rap. Spit it slow, spit it fast. Mess it up when I rap. Rolling weed on her tits. Yeah, she like it when I spit. She like tattoos on my wrist. Sloppy taps with a twist.
You can f with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is
And his opponent, from Sevierville, Tennessee, Kenzie Page.
I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, I make bloody move. Now she say she gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club just to party, I'm there, I get paid a fee. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a about who ain't fond of me. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months, no breaking as hard as me. I don't bother with these, don't let these bother me. They see pictures, they say ghosts, I'm who they tryna be. Look, I might just chill in some babe, I might just chill with your boo, I might just spill on your babe, my feel like a lake.
Folks, you saw it right there. That's what it's all about for Kenzie Page. Looking to become a role model to the young girls in the crowd. Let them know that they can grow up. They can be in the ring tearing up with these men. Kenzie Page looking to make history, become the first ever woman to win a HOSS tournament.
Making history is something Kenzie Page has got plenty of experience with, and it ain't just the young ladies, it ain't just the young women in the crowd. Kenzie Page is enough to inspire anyone, Carmen, to get out there and chase something and prove that they can do it. Kenzie Page has done some incredible things in the New South ring, and she is one of the reasons that New South can call itself the best in the South.
Of course, the first woman to win tag team gold in New South. First woman to challenge for the New South Heavyweight Championship. And she's in the ring right now with someone she's very familiar with, someone she defended those tag team titles against. Going to a 30-minute time limit draw in New Jersey for our annual Winter Wars Rumble event. And then going the extra 5 minutes and picking up the victory.
Over half an hour of absolute destruction, Carmen. Jordan Oliver and Kenzie Page are no strangers to each other. And we'll see if they're going to bring that same intensity, that same energy, and that same endurance to the HOSS tournament.
The most important thing here, Kenzie going for the pin. Most important thing here is both competitors are healthy this time around.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, last time we saw them in the ring, Jordan Oliver sporting an eye injury, Kenzie Page with a bum shoulder, and now both competitors, going for a pinfall. As close to as 100% as you can get in this profession.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen what they can do with some injuries, and now we'll get to see what they can do when they're at full strength. Kenzie working Jordan Oliver's neck.
Kenzie looking to correct that loss in the first round of HOSS last year. on the eve of her 20th birthday.
New South is just full of inspiring stories, Carmen. And Oliver going for that submission move, but Kenzie desperately fought out of it, scrabbled her way to the ropes.
And the clout cutter going to make quick work of Kenzie Page, trying to reserve some energy for night 2. Oh, and Kenzie means business now.
The HOSS shirt is off. And Kenzie is ready to deliver some offense to Jordan Oliver, but Oliver's dangerous, Carmen.
Charges in, and notice Jordan Oliver targeting that arm.
There's a reason he calls himself the clout cutter. Oliver's extremely dangerous by catching you by surprise. And knocking the big boys down a notch is his favorite thing to do.
Oh! You know, Kenzie Page trained by Dr. Tom Pritchard. I'm not sure if he taught her that move.
I think Kenzie came up with that one all on her own, which just shows you the level of competitive talent that New South brings to the ring.
And I love the respect that these two competitors show for each other. Of course, they went to war last time we saw them. This time, one-on-one action. They don't have their tag team partners with them. Going for that test of strength one more time.
You can't go through something like what Kenzie Page and Jordan Oliver went through and not have come out with some respect for each other, Carmen.
Abdominal stretch here from Jordan Oliver. Jordan, someone who's been tearing up the scene. GCW, of course, we saw him in MLW for a time. Now here he is back in the New South ring. Always a pleasure to have Jordan Oliver down south. Kenzie Page, those deep arm drags.
Well, Jordan Oliver is one who absolutely understands what is expected at New South Pro Wrestling. He brings his A game every time he steps in that ring. And he's given the New South faithful some of the most exciting matches in the past year or so.
An arm drag from Jordan Oliver, but Kenzie rolls through.
Kenzie able to just control that long, lanky frame of Jordan Oliver.
Just keeps that momentum rolling. And as she wrenches on that arm of Jordan Oliver, you see her younger sister there on the outside watching on. Someone who recently joined the pro wrestling ranks, looking to learn from her older sister. And what a person to learn from.
Oh, absolutely. Oliver fighting back now.
Goes for that clothesline. Kenzie ducks. Back elbow now. Delivers some chops. And here's what we've seen before. Just trading blows.
Trading shots like heavyweight boxers. Kenzie driving her shoulder again and again into Jordan Oliver's stomach, trying to knock some wind out of him, trying to take some gas out of his tank. Oh! A big shot drops him. Sharp kick to Jordan Oliver's upper back.
And folks, if there's one thing I've learned in the professional wrestling business, something that I hear over and over, the one constant that I always hear is that Kenzie Page is one of the hardest hitters in the locker room.
Carmen, Kenzie Page has to be a hard hitter. She goes into pretty much every match at a disadvantage for size and strength, so she throws everything she's got. Every ounce of weight in her body into every blow.
Jordan Oliver sweeps the leg. Kenzie lands right on her neck. Kenzie, one of the pound-for-pound strongest athletes we have. But when I hear a competitor like Derek Neal say Kenzie Page hits harder than anyone he's been in the ring with, that scares the hell out of me.
Oh, absolutely, Carmen. It don't matter.
Going for the pinfall.
Kenzie Page don't care about not being as big or as strong as some of the other competitors. She knows that it's all about speed, Carmen. It's all about momentum and velocity.
It's all about heart.
Absolutely.
That's why we are here, the heart of the Southern 16.
Oh! And very few competitors have more heart than Kenzie Page. Well, Grease Monkey takes that back. Jordan Oliver certainly has heart to match Kenzie, as he proved at Winter Wars Rumble by going the distance. Two worthy competitors showing the New South faithful what the spirit of HOSS is all about right now. And Oliver just driving his foot into Kenzie Page's chest in that corner.
Driving the air out of Kenzie. Tries to make her way up.
Kenzie Page in a dangerous position right now.
Using
Oliver
the ropes
can.
for leverage.
Oh!
And that boxing experience coming into play. You know, I heard this earlier that Jordan Oliver has been taking lessons in boxing training.
Oh!
It's that spear. Oh! Delivering some hammer fists.
It's a useful skill to have, Carmen. It teaches you precision. It teaches you how to throw a punch. And most importantly, it teaches you endurance and conditioning, which is, again, we keep bringing back to it, something you need in a tournament like this.
And just like that, the momentum firmly in the favor of Jordan Oliver, who grabs the ankle of Kenzie, drags her to the center of the ring.
You know,
going for that Boston Crab.
He's got it locked in. Kenzie's in a very bad place right now. She's far away from any help.
And could the HOSS curse continue for Kenzie Page?
It's certainly looking that way. She's taking a lot of damage,
Kenzie
but
makes it to the ropes.
Manages to reach the ropes.
Keeps her hopes alive. Trying to make it out of the first round for the first time ever.
Grease Monkey ain't gonna call it desperation. Grease Monkey's gonna call it determination. That's what keeps Kenzie Page going. That is the fuel that fires all 8 of her cylinders.
That is exactly what it is. Jordan Oliver takes the legs again, going for that Boston Crab one more time. Kenzie, though.
Kenzie not gonna let him have it again.
Goes up kick, sends Jordan off the ropes, rolls through, hooks the leg. Only a 2 there. Oh, Jordan Oliver walked right into that one, folks.
He got all of that kick. And now Kenzie firing up the crowd, who is firmly behind her. Oliver to his feet.
Kenzie has Jordan in her sock.
Oh!
Big uppercut. Calls for it one more time.
And that right there is what makes Kenzie one of the hardest hitters.
Going for the repeat.
Oh, just her ability to move.
Clubbing blow from Jordan Oliver. That back elbow right to the base of the neck. And now, what does Jordan Oliver have in mind?
He was able to catch Kenzie Page slipping, and now he's trying to mount some big offense of his own, but Kenzie's fighting out of it.
Kenzie with that back elbow now on the second rope, somewhere we don't see her often.
Oh!
Missile drop kick. Kenzie goes for the cover. Jordan Oliver kicking out with emphasis.
Big old drop kick sends Jordan Oliver flopping around like a broken serpentine belt, but he still managed to kick out of that pin.
I gotta say, the story of HOSS so far has been youth.
Absolutely.
We're 3 matches in, and everyone so far has been so young, and it's so impressive to watch that at such a young age already have so much skill. Kenzie with that neck breaker, and now has Jordan her sides.
It just shows you the kind of competitors that Southern Professional Wrestling cultivates.
Jordan Oliver gets that shoulder up. These two may go 30 minutes one more time.
Lord have mercy, Carmen. And apparently nobody showed up to HOSS with any kind of tournament strategy in their head, because it has just been full bore, full throttle, pedal to the metal from the very get-go.
It's been a fight to the death, honestly, just to get out of the first round for all of these competitors so far.
It just shows you the level that New South is at, Carmen, to push competitors to just destroy themselves in the first round of a tournament.
Going for the pin. That could have been it.
Jordan Oliver came so close to
smells the blood in the water, and Kenzie Page could be out. Kenzie rolls through, but and we saw this in New Jersey, folks. We saw this as the time limit was expiring for the New South Tag Team Championships. Jordan Oliver wrenching back on Kenzie, but Kenzie has no time limit to save her tonight.
Oliver so dangerous.
There we go. Kenzie makes it to the ropes.
Just has so many creative ways to get his opponent into a submission, and now ignoring the rope break and just delivering blows to Kenzie Page's head.
And it looks like all respect has been thrown out of the window. Just like we said, this is what HOSS does to people.
We saw it building up in every show towards HOSS. The level of violence, the level of determination, the level of just sheer drive that chance to compete for Humongo brings out of people.
Who is going to leave this tournament to face off with our champion, Miami Ice, Rolando Perez, at a future date?
Kenzie Paige and Jordan Oliver started this match on pretty mutual ground, but now it's
looks like it quickly devolved.
Absolutely, it's reached that point where it ain't about respecting your opponent, it ain't about sportsmanship or trying to put on a good show for the fans. Now it's just about making it to the end. Now it's just about achieving victory through any means necessary.
Right now it's just about survival, and Kenzie Page launches Jordan Oliver all the way across the ring.
Sends him bouncing like a ball bearing.
Folks, just for some perspective, this ring is 18 feet across, and Jordan Oliver just traveled that entire distance.
Hot dog, that's some hang time, Carmen. And you saw how heavy he hit.
Hot diggity dog indeed. Jordan Oliver now laid out on the outside. Kenzie Page trying to make it to her feet as well on the inside of the ring. Referee Jimbo up to a count of 5.
Carmen, we've had some victories already, but with how hard everybody's fighting to make it to the second round, Grease Monkey don't know if any of our competitors are even going to survive to get tonight to a HOSS.
Jordan Oliver rolls into the ring, keeps his hopes alive. Both competitors on their knees. And again, deja vu here.
Prone to their knees and deciding to trade blows in the center of the ring. Kenzie's never one to shy away from a punch-off.
That fighting spirit from both competitors. Oh! Jordan Oliver just took her head clean off with that.
Sharp kick flattens Kenzie, and now Oliver headbutts.
Willing to do whatever it takes to get out of the first round. Kenzie, though, still showing that heart, that drive, the determination, the grit. Oh! Kenzie rocked.
This is what HOSS does to competitors, Carmen. You have to go to a place, a dark place. You have to push yourself not to the limit, Carmen, but clean on past it.
Kenzie ducks, misses a shot of her own. Under the leg. Oh! Knockout blow! Kenzie Page lands on top! Oh.
Oliver, working on sheer instinct, was able to get his feet planted and use his hips to kick out.
You hear from the New South faithful, and I am 100% in agreement. This is awesome.
It's awesome, and Grease Monkey is awestruck by just how much punishment a human body can take.
Kenzie's had enough. Grabs the hair of Jordan Oliver to bring him to his feet. Oh! Walks right into that super kick. Jordan Oliver rebounds, one of her own. Going tit for tat.
Oh!
These two competitors know each other so well. That release suplex. And now Jordan Oliver looking to keep that momentum rolling. Has her on the shoulders, going for that TKO. Kenzie rolls through. Pop-up powerbomb.
Kenzie and Jordan stand right on each other's bumper, not going to give either one an inch.
Jordan Oliver back and forth now.
But when the race is so close like this, Carmen, that's when things get really dangerous.
Sweeps the legs, rolls through. Kenzie Page advances to the second round.
The winner of this match, Kenzie Page.
What a match, folks!
Kenzie Page is able to break the curse of HOSS. Put on one of the greatest matches of this first round. And not only that, manages to pull out a victory and secure her spot in the second round.
Kenzie Page, on the eve of her 20th birthday, advances to the second round of HOSS. If she can pick up the victory tomorrow night over the winner of Brandon Williams versus Brogan Finley. Kenzie Page may have herself quite the birthday celebration tomorrow night.
Oh, it'd be a great birthday present and be a story for the ages, Carmen, if Kenzie Page was able to go all the way.
Jordan Oliver has something to say here.
Damn it.
Oh, come on now, watch your mouth.
All right. Kenzie, that's 2 times you beat me now. So, I would say that you earned my respect. I would say that you're one of the best young talents in the business today. And I would say, go on and win the rest of this tournament so I don't look like a big loser.
A show of respect from Jordan Oliver.
All right. With that being said, tonight, I was a loser. Wait. But somebody else on this show was also a loser. And it looks like tomorrow, now I don't have a match. So how about this? Hunter Drake? Tomorrow, me and you have a big loser match, and we find out who the better loser is.
Well, folks, if General Manager Dump Sanders approves, that could be one hell of a match for night 2.
Grease Monkey don't see how he couldn't after that.
Something I would absolutely love to see. Night 2 is shaping up to be a huge night. We've seen what's happened so far, but folks, we're going to keep this action rolling. And it looks like the hosts of HOSS are back. BDSM, Big Dave Security and Management, making their way out to the ring.
Big Dave and Positive Lee are MCs for the night, coming out to address the New South faithful.
Big Dave's got something to say.
Man, I tell you what, we had some hot action out here tonight at HOSS, haven't we? I mean, come on. Now, this is a tournament we go all out every year for. Y'all can see we got the banners back here showing our previous champions. And y'all have seen some hopefuls tonight that hope that maybe next year they got their face up there with a shiny orange jacket on. And I mean, come on, we went all out. We got new ring aprons out here. Y'all see these? Come on now, look at these. We really go all out on this every year, so we love that the fans come out and...
Oh no. Oh no.
You don't like the sound of that.
We may need to move locations.
We may need to change our address, Carmen.
Oh God. Don't look.
Why's that gun gotta be so far away?
The Carver of Cutter's Alley. The Prince of the Death Match. And Big Dave and Positive Lee are in a tough position to say the least.
This moment is fraught with peril, Carmen.
This may be one person that cannot be secured and managed.
Oh, and Big Dave takes a shot
Lee, oh no,
from the axe-wielding knick-knack.
Lee.
Oh, no.
No, buddy.
Oh, and Positive Lee goes down.
Looking to get some order here. Who's supposed to secure order when our secures and managers are being attacked.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it looks like Doug Sanders has called in the Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Keith is here to restore order, Carmen.
Bar sipping, car dipping, Grant Wood grain gripping, still tipping on no packets and no packets, blowing on that endo, GameCube Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window. You understand me, cause I'm boss hog on candy. Top down at Maxis with a big Glock 9 handy. Up, creased up, stand dressed to impress. Big boss belt buckle under my Michelin S.O. Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalade. When I'm riding spree wheel sliding like an escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the North. Ain't this change, I still represent Swisher House.
Another first round matchup getting underway as the Carver throws Bounty Keith to the outside.
Carver wasting no time going after Bounty Keith. And now taking the action outside of the ring.
And the HOSS of Horror and the Bounty Hunter squaring up on the outside. The bell still has not rang.
This is just the kind of situation that the rules can't contain.
The Carver with that axe. Bryan Keith in the wrong spot. And you heard that metal hitting the metal.
Carver feeling some hand shock after that axe hits the steel ring post. And now Bounty Keith squaring up. Sharp kick.
A super kick right to the chest. And how do you take out a monster like the Carver of Cutter's Alley?
If there's anybody who can do it, it's Bounty Keith, Carmen. His time bounty hunting, he's faced plenty of monsters. Going towards the merch tables now.
Making their way across Hartselle, Alabama. Bryan Keith sent into the bleachers.
Keith going on a little sightseeing tour with the Carver.
And the fans rightfully scattering out of the way. I wouldn't want to be close to the Carver either. Big headbutt from Bryan Keith.
Going back and forth. The crowd darn near struck speechless by the sight of the Carver of Cutter's Alley, and Keith goes tumbling to the floor.
Tumbling down to the floor after that big uppercut to the throat from the Carver of Cutter's Alley. Of course, the prince of the death match. Now, Bryan Keith had that one scouted. Delivers a stiff forearm.
Grease Monkey imagines there's more than skeletons in Carver's closet.
And the new Texas champion goes to send the Carver into the stage, but the Carver, though, has his number. That sickening thud.
Folks, there's a little bit of padding on the edge of that stage, but it don't do much to lessen the impact the Carver just delivered.
And the match hasn't even started yet. And look at the brutality that has been brought by the Carver.
HOSS does things. HOSS brings out monsters, Carmen. We've seen the light.
And there we go. There's a reason why they say Bryan Keith has the quickest kicks in the South.
And accurate, too, targeting that clearly injured leg on Carver. Bound up with that leg brace.
Putting all that body weight just driven right into the chest of the Underground King.
Carver's just been absolutely vicious since the action started. he going for here? Oh! Bounces Keith's head off of that turnbuckle. Now going to work with some kicks. Just chopping Keith down one blow at a time. None of the explosive speed, none of the exciting, high-flying stuff we've seen so far. Carver is just a methodical, merciless machine.
And the HOSS of horror, just methodically picking apart Bryan Keith. And the bounty hunter is rocked in the corner.
Oh! Things aren't looking good for Bounty Keith right now.
Of course, Bryan Keith, no stranger to a tough fight. He's battled the best in reality of wrestling. And of course, the current New Texas Pro Champion. I'm not sure he's ever been in the ring across from a monster like the Carver of Cutter's Alley.
Grease Monkey was gonna say Bryan Keith may have had tougher fights, may have had scarier opponents, but he probably can't remember when.
And Bryan Keith has been in a lot of fights. They don't call him the bounty hunter for no reason, but he's got quite the fight ahead of him.
Oh, absolutely. Goes where the paycheck is, goes where the challenge is, and there's no bigger payoff and no bigger challenge than HOSS. But wondering if Bryan Keith maybe bit off more than he could chew, taking the contract on the Carver of Cutter's Alley.
Oh! Again, the quickest kicks, going low with that drop kick to the knee, taking out the Redwood.
Baited him in and dropped him like a rusted muffler, and oh! Again, going to that braced up, injured leg. Carver.
There we go.
Carver clearly feeling the damage to his knee.
Many men have felt the power behind those legs, and now the Carver finding out for himself. There we go.
How do you defeat a monster, Carmen? Bryan Keith seems to have a plan. Uh-oh. May have spoke too soon. What?
Carver with the block.
These vicious monsters, Carmen, you gotta, oh, watch out for them. They operate on instinct. They're hunters. They see their opponents as prey, and they can surprise you with how quick and creative they can be. But Bryan Keith now seeming to shift the momentum back in his favor.
Keith again, going low. Going after that hip now. Oh! That devastating size of the Carver comes into play once again.
You gotta wonder if a guy like Carver even really feels much of the pain.
Oh, that pop-up powerbomb. Sorry for the pinfall. And how do you prep yourself for someone like the Carver, Grease Monkey?
Grease Monkey can't think of too many ways to get ready to face a monster like that.
And Bryan Keith has been in the ring with many big men before. Of course, he ended the 600-plus day title reign of Mysterious Q in New Texas. But look at this man here. He's like a good 50 feet away, and I'm shaking over here.
It's a terrifying sight. There's just something about, there's something about the Carver that's just evil, eerie, brings a, oh, look at that.
Menacing.
A pall of malice is falling over New South. The fans trying to cheer Bryan Keith on a little bit, but just Carver catching him at every turn.
Carver with an impaler DDT.
Carmen, we got a front row seat to a genuine horror movie right now, just watching the vicious monster pick his victim apart piece by piece.
Well, they call him the devil in human skin, but he may be the monster in the orange jacket by the end of this weekend.
Lord, that'd be a sight, Carmen. we might not be watching a wrestling match. It may end up being a snuff film.
It's got him in that ripcord. Now up on the shoulders.
Oh. Bryan Keith able to fight out, going for a package pile driver.
Double underhook pile driver. The Tiger driver. And Bounty Keith. The Bounty Hunter picks
The
up
winner of
one
this
more.
match, the Bounty Hunter, Bryan Keith.
Bryan Keith was not going to be intimidated, Carmen. He rose to the challenge and managed to defeat the savage monster of the Carver.
Still tipping on
Bryan Keith with a big victory here. And tomorrow night, Bounty Keith will face off one-on-one with the winner of our main event tonight. We'll see Bryan Keith versus either Effie or Dirty Dango.
Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalade. When I'm riding spree wheel sliding like a escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the night.
There is one man that understood the assignment of HOSS. It is that man right there, Bounty Bryan Keith, advancing to the second round. Folks, we got more first round action to come. I wish I could tell you what the next match is. We know that Mike Bennett will be one of the entrants, but we don't know who his competitor will be. Of course, Alex Zane injured. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Alex Zane. But you gotta think, Mike Bennett doesn't know who he's about to face off with.
No matter who it is, Carmen, it's going to be crazy.